Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's Place World, where we do soap opera reviews. The soap opera we're going to be going over today is The Bold and the Beautiful that aired today, Monday, July 11th, 2016, at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The summary that they give us today for today's episode is Wyatt is stunned when Liam does an about face and professes his intentions to win back Steffi. Katie's worst nightmare becomes a reality when Bill takes away the one thing that is most important to her. We get right on into the scene. We have Bill is waiting for Katie to come home and has asked Allison to stay a little while longer at the house. So I don't know, maybe when they went to their little picnic over at Wise and Steffi's beach house, um, she was already just babysitting for them for that particular event. That's what I'm guessing, because I'm trying to figure out how Allison got her ass over there in the first place. But anyway, especially when Katie don't like her anyway, why would she be babysitting for them? But anyway, it is what it is. She was at the house while Bill was waiting for Katie to come home from getting talked to, or Katie was trying to talk to Brooke about the situation. So he knew what was going on because his son Liam had already filled him in. So he was waiting, playing with airplanes and all this and that for Katie to show up, which she finally did. She finally comes home to address Bill about cheating on her with her sister. They have words. We leave that situation. We go to Liam. Liam is asking Steffi to come home with him to leave Wyatt. Steffi says she can't do that. And, Liam goes in to tell her what had transpired between Katie and his dad, Bill. And that, everything that Bill stood for and tried to make him stand for his integrity, respect of another man's wife, and just respect the marriage, period. So Leon feels since his dad is not being respectful to what he had tried to instill in him to do, that he's not going to honor it either. So he's pretty much saying, if my dad can do it, I can too. So I'm looking at Liam like he's just crazy as hell. Just because your father has fallen short of the milestone and the goal of, leaving people alone when they're already tied up with someone else. Just because your father would not adhere to those rules that he was trying to make you and Wyatt adhere to as a standard that Spencer men uphold all of that and integrity and this, that, and the other. Liam just feels he wants to do like his dad. And I'm like, Liam, come on now. You know what's right, what's wrong. Just because it was good for your dad, it doesn't make you should follow in his footsteps. So it's almost like the pot calling the kettle black in the sense. So I'm going to need Liam to fall all the way back, reevaluate the situation, and just put himself in the shoes of what if he was in Wyatt's shoes and Wyatt came over his house saying some ridiculous stuff about he was going to take Steffi away from him, even though him and Steffi is married. Would not Liam feel some type of way? So I'm like, Liam, fall the fuck back. Let's fall all the way back. They have several seats in the auditorium. And hopefully it's 5,000 plus in the auditorium. So you can have a seat in each seat at least an hour until you get tired. And then you'll figure out that what you're going after is a waste of time. Just back off and leave the situation alone. Okay, if the marriage is going to resolve, it's going to resolve on its own with no help from you. That would be the adult, respectful thing to do, Liam. Okay, because you're really making a fool out of yourself. Every time something happens, you think it's going to be an opening for you and Stephanie. And Stephanie don't even seem like she's trying to even come look at you now. Though she likes the attention, yes, she does. But she knows what her security is, and it's not with you, Liam. So we leave that situation. Um, we go to Quinn. Quinn is over to see Eric about getting her job back. Of course, Pam is all over her like white on rice, and she go really bypass Pam. Gets in the door to see Eric. And of course, Pam is acting like a little bulldog, a protector dog. And pretty much he just tells her to leave while she can have this time with Quinn to see exactly why she's so bold to come to the office after he done told her he don't need to be seen out in public with her by no uncertain terms. Okay? But it is what it is. She's there fictitiously saying she wants to get her job back when we know that's not the truth. Um, she really came to get her sexy on. Okay? We go from that situation, we go to Steffi. Steffi tells Liam she's not leaving Wyatt for him. Wyatt walks in while she's making that declaration to Liam. And Liam goes on to tell him about their dad and the secrets and all of this, that, and that. And Wyatt is just dumbfounded and shocked at the turn of events. Okay, we leave that situation. We go to Katie. Katie's getting on Bill about cheating on her with Brooke. We go to a commercial. We come back. Pam done called Charlie, y'all, to possibly escort Queen out of the building. I mean, really, what is Pam thinking? I'm going to need Pam to fall back and sit in several seats as well. Because she's just so out of line. And she do not need to be protecting Eric from nobody. Okay? But really, Quinn is seducing Eric in his office, and he loving every minute of it. Okay, we leave that situation. We go back to Wyatt. Wyatt is trying to tell him that he's not going to use Dad's problem to come between him and his wife, Steffi. That's just not going to happen. Then we have Will. We go back to Katie and Bill. We have Will coming from downstairs or whatever room he's in. He sees his mom. He runs to her. She gives him a hug. This, that, and the other. She don't want to let him go. But her, meaning Katie and Bill, still have some things to iron out and talk over. So Bill is pretty much telling Allison to take Will, outside. And she said, okay, we can go get some fresh air. So while Katie, in her mind, is thinking Allison is going to take him upstairs and let him just get acclimated to his room and settle down, this, that, and that. And then she'll come and get him because she told him she'll be back in 2 minutes to get him. And of course, she's already asked Bill to leave the premises because that's her and Will's house. And it doesn't belong to Bill anymore. So sorry. Go find your wife or your future wife, Brooke, and y'all set up house wherever. So, anyway, Bill tells Allison to take him, out for some fresh air, and he'll get back with her. And it seems like Katie is okay with that situation because she's thinking in her mind that Allison is taking him upstairs, but that's not the case. Then we go on to Katie. Her and Bill get back to fussing again about what's going to happen from this point. Katie's calling Bill a coward, a lying coward at that. We go to commercial. We come back. We're back on Liam. Liam says he's not giving up on Stephanie. Stephanie looking on the sofa like she about half crazy. Then we go back to the Forced Creations office digs, and we have Eric and Quinn. They have just finished having sex. They laying on the little couch in CEO's office. Then we go back to Katie and Bill. Bill starts going in on Katie this time about her unstableness since they've been married. Bill is trying to tell Katie she was the drunk, and she was trying to tell him about his villain, making him be the villain. But he's telling her, why did I have to become that villain? It's all because of your erratic behavior. So he's pretty much trying to slide the blame on over to Katie, and Katie's not having none of it. But Bill goes on and telling Katie she has a lot of demons she has to settle before Will is left with her, or he feel comfortable about the situation at all. Then Bill is listening to Katie again. Katie's going in a little spewing situation where she's saying, no, none of the women that had babies by you wanted you to even be in their sons' lives until they got of age, and they had to seek who they father out. And like we said, I told you before, it was Hope's nosiness and got Bill connected to both of his sons. But Bill forget all about that little transpiring of how he got a hold of his sons as well, because he sure didn't know about them. And I'm pretty sure if he did know about them, he would go looking for them because he wanted children anyway. But like I said, when Liam and Wyatt came to him, they were already grown. He had missed all their formative years and being there for them throughout their middle school, high school, and some college if they went. But I don't think neither one of them went to college. They all were, well, Wyatt was more a self-made man. Liam, he was just a mama's boy. Nothing too much special about him. Um, Not even sure he went to college or not, but it is what it is. Then we go to Katie, get so upset with him, and Bill's like, "Oh, so you siding with Quinn and Liam's mama, and they took my authority or my rights away from me by not telling me that I had a son." And, Katie's like, "Well, could you blame him? Look how you acting." So anyway, Katie tries to throw Bill out the house. She runs to see where her son is and try to find him. We go to commercial. We come back. We back on Wyatt is assuring Steffi about he's not going to let anything happen to her for her safety, and just being comforted, knowing that the fact Quinn, his mother's not going to be in their lives. She's not going to be a factor. Wyatt has already said he explained to Quinn. And Quinn is on a pretty much an even keel of not addressing Steph in the way that she's always had. But Quinn is going through another whole avenue, and she ain't finna go up against her grandfather for us about who he can and who he shouldn't be seeing, for the sake of whatever, because Steph just fucked up in the head too, pretty much, by trying to tell why he can't see his mama. And if he does see her, you got to make sure she ain't nowhere around. I mean, well, come on, really, God, I'm sick of Steph already, Lord. I'm sick of her. But anyway, we leave the situation from there. Quinn and Eric comes out after having a little sexual tryst in his office, and pretty much what's her name? Quinn asks, Eric to get back with her if he's interested in her rubies and all that. And, of course, Charlie and Pam, that shit go right over their head. Like, we dealing with two idiots. You could still play with me. I hear you, baby. And he was telling Quinn just in front of, Pam and Charlie that he didn't want to have anything to do with her. And, Pam was all like, yeah, you ain't got your job back either. So, pretty much leave because we don't want you here anyway. I'm like, Pam, you don't even have a clue, honey. You couldn't even buy a clue because the whole situation and the circumstance that just happened underneath your nose, you should have known that it was a sexual thing anyway. She wasn't there to get her job back. She didn't care less about working for the Foresters. Hell, she want to come the matriarch of the family. Then you really would be looking stupid. Now, wouldn't you, Pam? You and Charlie both. But anyway, getting off y'all behinds. We go back to Katie. Katie goes to Will's room. She finds out Will is not there. The room is black and everything. Then she goes hollering at Bill, trying to figure out where her son is. About the time she gets back downstairs, Bill is texting somebody, and I'm sure it's Allison that he's texting, telling her to go take Will somewhere safe or hell home with her until he can get settled some things with Katie. So that's pretty much what it is, because Allison doesn't come back with Will. He pretty much tells Kate she got to get her shit together because what she had just did, which she got so upset with Bill threatening that he had tried to take her son away from her. She slapped him. So now he's talking about a assault charge against her, and then he'll have a very good case because she ain't nothing but a drunk pretty much. And then with her manic behavior, she'll never see her son. So Bill is pretty much playing dirty at this time, and dirtiness never begets anything nice or concerning anything or favorism when it comes to what he put Katie through for so many months, of her lifetime. So Bill just need to fall all the way back. Katie need to fall all the way back, because in reality, you cannot keep a man around you or to be with you if they don't want to be there. He's already told her now that he don't want to be with her. The marriage is over. So what he does with whoever he wants to be with, that's none of her concern. But he said, you're not going to take my son from me. And I'm 100% with that. Katie, you're doing everything out of spite and you want to hurt Bill. You can't hurt Bill no more. He done been there with you, done that, and he has technically really moved on in his mind. Okay, his body just there, but you already done scratched that surface when you had told him if you ever found out that he was cheating with your sister, you was going to take his company, not some of it, but all of it. Then you said you were going to take his son from him and have sole custody. I'm like, hey, what the hell are you thinking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you didn't breathe no life into that company that Bill is running. You best be fighting just alimony and child support. Okay, that's what you need to be doing. And the house that you do stay in will build. Maybe you can sell it and get you a brand new dig or whatever. So you will have erased all of the memories that y'all had shared in that house. But as far as taking his son, oh, please get out of here with that. Let that man have his son. Y'all have joint custody or whatnot, and let it just flow. And you find you a new man, get on with your life, and, don't have the man around Brooke, okay? Because he might want her too. And then that'll really be a messed up deal. But y'all, that's all I had for the Bold and the Beautiful that aired on today, July the 11th, Monday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Look forward to giving you my narratives and visuals for tomorrow's episode, which will be the 12th. So y'all have a nice evening. Enjoy the video, and I will see you soon. Blessings. Good night.